Hello and welcome. I am Ethan or the E-Reader. This is season 1, episode 8 of the E-Reader podcast. Thanks for listening. Today is my weekend reading. So, I will start off with that. This week I read quite a bit. I didn't finish any books like I did last week, but I read a lot of pages. I read the first like 50 to I think the first 100 pages of Misery. That book is really good by Stephen King. It's so good. Like just by the first 20 pages you're like the you already know like the villain of the story, and she's just so creepy. um yeah, I don't really have much to say. I don't really know where that book is going, but it's really good. And second is Name of the Wind. Name of the Wind is so good. It rivals, to me, like it rivals Lord of the Rings. Not much. It's different than Percy Jackson and Harry Potter, but it's fantasy and it really rivals Lord of the Rings. So really excited to see where that book goes. I'm like at page 150 or something like that, and I started that book this week. And that's pretty much all I got to say about my weekend reading. That those two books. Um, yeah, Name of the Wind is so good. It tells the story of Quoth, who at the start of the story he's an innkeeper and he has a apprentice, and then one day this guy named the Chronicler comes in, and he's like, "Whoa, you're Quoth, aren't you?" And he's like, and the innkeeper who changed his name, he's like, how do you know that? That's my past." And Chronicler's like, yeah, there's like all these legends and myths about him that are very popular. And Chronicler convinces Quoth to tell his whole life story. And Quoth is like, well, you have to give me 3 days because my story is long. And so the first in the book, which is called Name of the Wind, is the story of Quoth's life when Quoth is telling it, like the first day of him telling it. And then the second book is going to be him telling the second part of his life. And then the third book's going to be telling the third part of his story of his life. The second book is called Wise Man's Fear, I think. I don't have it yet. I'll buy it after I read Name of the Wind. And the third book hasn't come out yet. After the Wise Man's Fear, I think has been out like 10 years, and the third book isn't out yet. I did some research, and Patrick Rothfuss, the author, is like going through some depression, I think, and he just wants to get the book right, which I respect of him. And anyway, um, really excited to see where Name of the Wind goes. It has a place called the University, and that is like a magic school, and yeah, really excited about where that story goes. And that's pretty much my weekend reading. Um, a book I'm really excited for that comes out in October is it's called The Apollo Murders by Chris Hadfield. He's a Canadian astronaut. Very popular because maybe not to Americans that listen, but I'm Canadian, so uh, he's really popular around here. Anyway, he's an astronaut. He went to the International Space Station. Um, and he's writing a fiction book called The Apollo Murders that sounds so good. It's about this guy who goes is going to the moon with two other guys, and he has murder on his mind, and he plans to kill these his two other astronaut people mission peers. I don't know what you call them, but it sounds so good, and I'm really a big fan of Chris Hadfield as an astronaut. So really excited to read that. Sounds so good. And that's pretty much it. I'm still watching WandaVision. I watched the episode that came out yesterday, episode 6, the Halloween episode. Oh, that's so good. I mean, not as exciting as episode 5, which was episode 5 was the best. Episode 6 was really good. It was creepy, but you got more information, but it gave you more questions, which made me mad. I will make a review on that WandaVision once all the episodes come out. So yeah. Real excited where that WandaVision goes, and so excited for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That will be a really good show because I love Bucky and Sam. So yeah. I'm Ethan, or the e-reader. I talk about books, movies, TV shows, and more. This has been season 1, episode 8 of the e-reader podcast. Thanks for listening. See you next time.